No. I'm Denyse with Artist at Heart Paint Party. You have to customize it. Make something that you like. Make it personal to you. However that is. Oh! That's so cute! I love his little hat. You could be painting your bunny in. So this is a pretty spring bunny, and I think that nice, lighter, softer colors look really nice for spring pastel. Big or as small as you want it.
Hey, Nisi.
Hey, Rach.
Can you slow down a little bit?
Sure thing. Actually, I thought it was almost looking like a butterfly, but I thought it would be cool, and I had an apple today, so I saved the core.
That's great.
I wasn't sure if it would work or not, but I thought I'd give it a try.
Yeah, I really like that you're reusing the material that might not seem to have a purpose. It might have otherwise been thrown out.
Right. Hi, you guys! I'm Denyse with Artist at Heart Paint Party. Are you ready for a beach vacation? I'm ready for a beach vacation, that's for sure. Although, you know what? I'm Denyse from Cleveland, Ohio, and it is pouring rain today. How about you guys? What's the weather like where you are? I don't know. It was like 90 and really humid today, and just now it started pouring. So it's been raining on and off a lot in July for sure. So please let me know where you guys are from. I'll give you a shout out. Susan, hi Susan. I know Susan's from Texas. She's one of our members. And I just want to let you know, so I have Becca here who is saying it's hot and humid and sunny. Same here. So I am gonna give you guys a shout out in a minute. Wait, see how Becca, thank you. Bluffton, South Carolina. So I feel like I'm in South Carolina right now, right? I feel like I'm in that kind of climate. So hello, you guys. Hi from North Carolina. We have Crown people from North Carolina. Hi from Louisville, Kentucky. Thank you guys. You guys, we have to thank Crown for sponsoring this event, right? That we're just so thrilled. Jennifer McCarty, thank you so much from Louisville, Kentucky. That's excellent. I greatly appreciate all you guys saying where you're from, and I greatly appreciate Crown for sponsoring tonight. I love it. I believe this. They've sponsored so many paint nights. It's awesome. I think it's great that they encourage you guys to be creative, and I love it. So thank you so much. And we're going to continue to give you guys shout outs. So we're going to take that off the screen now. Please tell us where you're from. We don't want that on the screen anymore. We're going to give more people shout outs, right? So let's put some more places where they're from up on the screen. I want to see all over the place where you guys are from. Thank you. Jefferson, Ohio. All right, Ohio. Lindsay. Diane, hi from Fort Collins. Yay. Roger Hamilton Jr., Team Hamilton from Georgia. Love that. That's awesome. All right, you guys. So, if you don't know me, hey, Brianna from Louisville, Kentucky. Hello, Serenya. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing your name. Susie from Crown Park, North Carolina. That's awesome. Hello, Jennifer from Louisville, Kentucky. All right, you guys. And Katie in Alabama. This is awesome. I love this. Vijay. Sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. You guys forgive me. So nice to have so many of you guys here. I'm super excited that you're here to join me. So you guys, we are Crown at Carrie now. And that is Natalia and Anna Grace from Birmingham, Alabama. Fort Collins. Hi, Kelly. Jefferson, Ohio. Lindsay, Fable, Lasher, Diane. It's awesome. Thanks, you guys. So you guys know, if you've watched me, you know I encourage you to use any supplies you have. I love acrylic paint. All right, I put those sunglasses on and now it messed up my hair a little bit. So here's my sunglasses. Oh, Maria, thanks for watching. Yay. We had such a great time yesterday at Sea Glass Night. That's so awesome. I had a huge event last night at a brand new venue. And it was, you know, it's always interesting when you have a brand new something and, you know, you just never know what to expect. And we had a very large sold out group at this lovely facility outdoors. It was amazing. And so thanks so much, Maria, for watching. I was trying to tell everybody, hey, you guys, I'm going to be on Facebook and YouTube and Amazon Live. Hi, Katie from Crown Polo in North Carolina. We are the best crown. Oh, boy, that sounds like a challenge. You guys should have a competition. The Crown Apartment should have a competition of who's going to do the best artwork, or maybe who, what complex does the most paintings. I don't know, some kind of, I don't like to vote on the best artwork, but what about the most participants? Whoever participates the most wins something. I don't know what. But anyway, that's so awesome. Hi, I'm going to call you G. Hi, G from North Carolina. That's your new nickname for me, okay? You can call me D. I'll call you G. So you guys, we are live on Facebook, YouTube, Artists at Heart Paint Party. And now, for the first time since Crown has done an event, I'm also on Amazon Live. So the really cool thing about Amazon Live, people are always asking me what supplies to use. And I would always say, use whatever you have, right? Now I can tag all of my products onto my videos. So if you guys go to Amazon, you can see all the stuff that I use and like my favorite products. So if it's acrylic paint, which I'm going to use tonight, canvas pads, Sharpie marker, watercolor paint. I'll just show you guys all of my favorite stuff. I was an art teacher in Cleveland for 20 years. And so I, of course, have some favorite things that I love. All right. So you guys, hopefully you have a pencil and some paper, or and I'm going to call you N from Louisville, Naya, Suzanne. Thank you, Crown Apartments, for sponsoring this paint night with Artists at Heart Paint Party. Thank you, Suzanne. That's awesome. All right, you guys. So we are going to do this lovely scene tonight. Again, you guys can be using any supplies that you have. It could be paper. It could be, hi, Harrison's from Crown Park, North Carolina. That's awesome. You should have a cup of water if you're going to paint, whether it's watercolor paint or it could be acrylic paint, but you should have water to wash out your paintbrushes. The format, I'm going to have my canvas and paper vertical or portrait style so I can make some long palm trees, right? And I'm going to do a little island here. You can have your island just on one side. You can make it go all the way across. You guys can customize it any way you want. You could have 4 palm trees or 5 palm trees. You can have this little island in the background, or you don't have to have an island back there at all. You can make a volcano. You could have a mermaid's tail sticking out of the water. So that's how you customize it and make it your own, right? So you guys do whatever you want to create your artwork. And if you don't know me, you guys, I started going live for the very first time, March 16th of 2020. And now it's so exciting. So I was an art teacher for 20 years. I did a lot of in-person paint parties. When COVID hit, which I thought was going to last for a day or maybe a week, who knew? Here we are, right? A year plus later. Okay, yes, you guys, this is being recorded. You can watch it on replay on Amazon, Facebook, and YouTube, okay? So it will be there for you guys to watch. And so now I'm transitioning. I'm doing it live, recorded, and in person, right? So I'm kind of juggling everything as we transition back to in-person paint parties. And last night's event was outside. And again, we had about 60 people from the community come out, and it was just so great. And everyone was so patient because it was, again, a brand new venue for us. So it was just really fun. Anyway, so you guys were together virtually now. So let's have a little practice. So we're going to warm up our hands, get ready to create. Hi, Peggy from Crown Polo. And I'm going to start just to show you guys what a pencil looks like on the camera. I usually use a Sharpie marker, which I will use next, but I want to give you an idea of how light it looks. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start, and I'm not going to use a ruler, but I'm going to start with a horizontal line. You see how hard that is for you guys to see? So I'm going to just kind of go over it. That's why I use a black marker, but that's a sketch. When I sketch out, I kind of do several lines as a sketch. So that would be my horizon line. Now, when you guys do your sun, you don't have to have a full circle. You could do a half a circle, and it could be setting on the horizon line. You can, look, I happen to have a Solo cup here. This is a Solo cup full of white paint. I can use that as a tracer.
It's just, it won't go.
You ended this stream. Where's the stream?
I don't know.
Sorry if you're watching on Amazon, you guys. We're having a glitch on Amazon. So give me 1 second so I can make sure we can watch this on Amazon. 1 second, you guys. Are you guys good with me? So you're sketching it out? Oh, you ended the stream. Sorry, I have help here, but the stream has ended. So we're going to add some more. So you guys, in case you are watching on Amazon.
The help is a little incompetent. Sorry, everyone.
All right. We're just not even gonna. All right, you guys. We still have technical issues, right? All right. That was my help. Who doesn't get paid? Okay, you guys. So, I know. So even though we go live all the time, now I go live a couple times a week, but there's still technical issues. So hopefully if you guys are watching on Amazon, you can see it. I just want to make sure. So most of you guys are on Facebook Live. It'll be recorded. So make sure you guys just look under the events on the Facebook page. It'll also be on YouTube recorded, so you can watch it anytime. And the recording will also be on Amazon Live. Somehow we got kicked off of Amazon Live. So I just want to make sure that if you do go there, you can see it. So I just had to reconnect it. God only knows how I can do that. Okay. All right. So I went back, I was doing my sketch, but what I want you guys to do is I was tracing my circle, right, with my solo cup. So this is just a cup. You can use a lid or a cap to something, anything round, or you could just freehand it. Okay. I just happen to have this here. Now, what size circle should you use? Well, you guys can't see that. So again, I'm going to sketch it out, but that's why I use a Sharpie marker. So maybe if you're using a small piece of paper, you use a quarter or a penny or a dime. If your paper's larger, you're going to pick a bigger circle. So I'm just going to trace over it now with the Sharpie so you can see it better. So there's my circle. There's my horizontal line. Okay. Again, this is my sketch. This is my sloppy copy. Now, I'm going to show you guys how to do a palm tree, and this might take you a couple times. Okay. So I've done a lot of palm trees. But here's how I'm going to do my one palm tree like this. I'm going to sketch it like that. Okay. So there's it's not perfect, but I'm going to do one line here, 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 here. Hi from Raleigh. All right. Now I'm going to put another tree right around here, and they can overlap each other, but they don't have to. They can go off the edge of the paper, but they don't have to. Okay. And then back here. So let's sketch out some leaves just so you have an idea. So I can do my leaves any way I want. Look, I'm just adding these little lines like that. I'll do some more over here. So you're just sketching it out. Again, this is my sloppy copy, and it's okay if you do it on your good one, or you could just watch. All right. And I'm just going to thicken this up a little bit. That's a sketch. Again, it's my practice. Now, if you want land, you can have a little island. Maybe we're in Hawaii. What do you guys think? Should we be in Hawaii? Who wants to be in Hawaii with me? You guys pick the place. Where's the destination? We're going to the Bahamas. We're going to Hawaii. So back here, this will be Oahu. Right? There's our little island back there. And then down here, I'm going to put a wavy line. Again, that's my sloppy copy. How you guys coming? I don't want to go too fast for you now. Now, if you're watching recorded, of course you can pause it. So, hey, Becca. Becca says, me. Give a shout out to Becca. So I don't want to go too fast for you guys. Remember, this is our practice or our sloppy copy, but I want you to think about the sun too. So you can always do partial sun. What if it's night? Could you guys do a moon? You can make it a moon. You could put a crescent moon up in the sky. You can make a full moon too. So it's your artwork, so customize it the way you want to. So that's my sloppy copy. All right. Are you ready? Are you guys having fun? It's all about having fun and relaxing. So we're having a beach vacation on the computer. We're having a virtual beach vacation. Maybe you guys are watching from the beach. That would be fun. I would love to, like so many times I want to be outside. Like today I was like, oh, maybe show your draft. Okay. Maybe, we could go outside and do it. And I would have been stormed on, right? Here you go, honey. There's this draft right there. All right. So here we go. There's my draft. That's my sloppy copy. Now I'm going to do my good one. Now I'm going to do my good one, okay? So, you guys, I'm going to do this pretty much the same thing. Now, you're going to have I have my so now I'm using canvas, but you guys can use whatever, a canvas pad, a canvas board, a piece of cardboard, use whatever you want, okay? And I'm going to draw, again, the horizontal line. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm not using a ruler. Do your sun. If you want to trace something, you can trace something. So I'm tracing this little solo cup. All right. Now, I have a horizontal line and a circle, right? That could be anything. That could be a geometry lesson. That could be a lesson on shapes. Pretty simple. Now, let's do the palm trees. Watch again. This is probably going to be, not that it's challenging, but it's going to be a little bit more challenging than the circle and the line, right? Okay, so what I'm going to do is, can you guys hear the thunder? All right, little thunder here. So here I'm going to do, again, a curved line. So watch, I'm going to start down here. I'm going to curve up and stop right around there. We're not measuring. It doesn't matter. So look, horizontal line, circle, curved line. This is going to be 1 palm, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You could have more, you could have less. It doesn't have to be exactly like mine. And again, I'm not even going to do, we'll do the, I'll draw it out for you guys, but really I'm going to fill it in with paint to make it look like a palm. But if you want, I can just sketch some lines in there. So if you want to do that, you could do it with a pencil. I recommend you sketch with a pencil. If you want to trace over it after with a Sharpie, that's fine. Or not. I'm just doing this for it to be a little easier for you guys. Okay, now I'm going to do my second palm. So my second palm is going to be roughly right around, let me look at my painting. Are you guys done with the practice? You good? So I can look at the painting because I want to try to make it the same. So my second tree is going to be right around here. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Same thing. You can make it as low or as high. See, look at, they're totally different. They can go off the page. They can overlap each other. And then I'm going to put the little island back here. You don't have to have one if you don't want one. So back here's the little island. And then my island, I'm going to make these come down a little bit farther. And then this is the foreground. So when we paint, you guys, we're going to work our way from the background to the foreground. So the foreground is the closest part to you. Foreground. Ooh, you guys can read my poem. So the background, the farthest away from us in this artwork is the sky, right? And then the sun and that little island. And then we're moving closer. So now I'm going to do my land. That's going to be the foreground, right? And this is like a silhouette of the foreground. You can make your land end here. You can make it go all the way across, right? Because it's your artwork. So you guys can do whatever you want to. All right. So make sure you have water. I'm going to tell you the colors I'm going to use. I'm going to use white and black. Save the black for the end. That's the last thing. I don't even put black on my plate because I bump into it and then I get black in everything. Okay. So I actually paint from light to dark. And so I'm going to have white, yellow. If you have red or pink or magenta is really pretty in this artwork. So magenta is like a brighter pink, right? But if you don't have magenta and you have red, that's great. Blue, purple. Okay, you're going to get orange when you mix your yellow and magenta, pink, or red together. You'll get like an orangey cast. And so you ready to start painting? So your cup of water, again, is to rinse off your brushes. You can use any kind of brush you guys have. So a quick brush lesson. If it looks like a square, it's called a flat paintbrush. And if it looks like a pointy tip, it's called a round paintbrush. Can you guys see that? So I want you guys to use whatever brush you have. It doesn't matter. Now, when you're doing the background, again, I'm going to start with, I have a flat paintbrush, but you can use a round, whichever one you have. And I'm going to dip it in the yellow, okay? Yellow. I'm going to start at that horizon line and I'm going to work my way up. And I'm going to draw, I'm going to paint right through everything. So even if it's pencil, don't worry about it. Watch, I'm going to paint right through everything. And if you cover up your lines, it's okay. There's my yellow. I'm going to even go right through my sun. Now, if that's too bright for you and you want it softer, I'm just going to scoop up a little bit of white on my brush. I did not even wash it off. And that's going to make it a little bit softer, but you don't want to make it too light because you want your sun to show up. You want to have some contrast. So there's my yellow. And you can have, if yellow is your favorite color, use a lot of yellow. If you don't like yellow that much, so right now I'm going into my magenta. And look, I'm going to overlap it a little bit into my yellow. I like to see the brush strokes. Okay, I like to see those streaks of color. And you can see in some areas it's starting to look orange. I'm going to take a little bit of white. See those streaks? I like that look. I like the streaks in the sky. So you guys, if I keep going over this and over this, because it's really fun, but what's going to happen is I'm going to lose those streaks of color and it's going to turn one color. I don't want it to be one color because it's, I like the different colors. So if that starts to happen because I went over it too much, you can go back into it and add more color. You see that? Now what's really interesting, since it's been so humid here lately, it's taking really long for the paint to dry. So the paint takes as long depending on the humidity level outside. So when it's really humid, again, the paint doesn't dry as well. So it'll eventually dry, but I'm just letting you know if it's really humid, it's going to take longer. But you want to break up those lines. Like you don't want it to look like a flag. You don't want it to look stripy. You want to blend the colors together. If you have red or magenta, you can put some more of it in there and just keep working your way up. Now, if you're using a canvas like I am, I like to paint the side of my canvas. So I would do that now. Just wrap your paint around the edge of your canvas. And if you love magenta or red or whatever color you love, you can use more of that color. So if you absolutely love pink, use a ton of pink. So pink is red and white, right? So I can add more white in here to make it softer. When you add white to a color, it's called a tint, T-I-N-T. right. How's yours coming, you guys? Let me know how it's coming. So my favorite color is purple. So if you guys have purple, I'm going to jump into purple. Now I'm going to show you what I don't want you to do. See what I don't want you to do? I don't want you just to have a stripe of purple. Okay. I don't want you to have just a stripe of purple and just a stripe of yellow and just a stripe of pink. And look, I just got splatters of paint in there. So this is why I love acrylic. I can just blend it in there and no one knows. Ooh, it just disappeared. So acrylic is awesome like that because I can just kind of erase my mistakes by just blending it in. You guys, I make mistakes all the time. You just don't know. I don't tell you. But I'll tell you, I make mistakes. So again, if it's starting to look real stripy, blend it in. That's what I don't want. I want to blend it in here. See that? So now I'm just overlapping a little bit. Wrap it around the edge. Get it to where you like it. I'm going to put a little bit of white in there, soften it up a little. So the lighter you make it, the more contrast those black silhouette trees are going to have. Do you have to make them black? No. You can always do green palms and brown stem, stalks, whatever. I guess it's not a stem. It's probably a, what do you call those? The stalk of the palm tree? We don't have palm trees in Cleveland, Ohio. I wish we did. I can even put a little bit of purple down here. You see that? How you guys doing? Everybody good? Are you guys keeping up with me? And my last here is going to be blue. All right. And I got to grab some blue. I'll be right back. Did you miss me? Are you ready for blue now? Okay, you guys can use any blue, sky blue, dark blue, light blue. Remember, you guys want to have contrast, okay? The contrast is going to be with your palm trees against the background, okay? Now, let's say you guys want to have green palms. Let's say you want to do that green, which you can do. And let's say you want to do that brown, which you can do. But green against blue is not going to have the same contrast as black. Black's going to be dramatic and it's going to have, again, the silhouette look, which is what I'm going for. So that's why I want to make sure if you're doing the background, your blue is not too dark. Now, I still have the purple on my brush, but I'm going to go right into the blue. So now I have purple and blue on my brush. Horizontal brush strokes. First of all, it's right now I have nothing else showing through. And again, I think that's too stripy and really too dark. So I'm going to not wash off my brush, just go right into the white paint. And I'm just going to add it to my blue and do horizontal brush strokes. Ah, Lucy, she didn't get her kid at Crown at Cahaba River, but you're watching anyway. And you know what? We're happy you're watching, Lucy. And for those people that, so we have, Crown is so nice that they sponsor this event and they allow everyone to watch it, which is amazing. Not even if you just live at the Crown apartment. So they have these Crown apartments all throughout the United States. None in Ohio. I'm waiting though. And what's really nice is, again, they're the ones, we want to sponsor it. We want to offer it to all of the people that live in our apartments, the Crown apartments around the country. And they also give them the supplies. Is that awesome? I think that's amazing. So what they do is they make up their own kits and give them to anyone that wants to paint. So I think that's just fantastic. We're sorry, Lucy, you didn't get your kit, but this is going to be recorded so you can do it later. And I'm glad that you're watching so you have an idea of how you can do it. So again, I'm just working my way up. And we're glad you're here. You guys can follow. You can follow me on Facebook and YouTube and Amazon. All right, let's see. So I'm doing here. So again, to me, this is too stripy, right? It's starting, I want to break that stripiness up. Do you see the difference here versus here? So what can I do? Well, I can put a little bit more white in here. I can put some blue down in my pink. It depends on your favorite color. If you love the pink. So look at, I'm breaking up that stripiness. I could put some pink up here in my blue and purple. Look at that. I could just put some pink up there. I'm going to hold it up close too. So this should be really fun and relaxing. I don't want you to stress over this. I want you just to have fun. It's probably not going to come out exactly the way you think it is. That's okay. And you guys, art's like anything else. The more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. Okay. And Crown, you're going to have some fantastic artists there with all these paint nights you guys have been doing. All right, I'm going to keep working my way up with some, I think I need some more white paint. And again, I'm using acrylics. You could do this with watercolor paint. You could do it with tempera paint. You could do it with whatever supplies that you have. I'm going to scoop up some more white and add it in there. You could make the whole thing more pastel-y. That would be like softer. So again, these are tints of color, T-I-N-T. I'm going to put a little bit more blue in here. Now, don't worry if you lost your line, if you can't see your drawing. I only drew it out first so you guys could feel a little bit better and have an idea of the composition. If I was doing a paint party with you right now in person, we would not have pre-drawn it. Okay, we would have just done it like we would have covered it all up. Thank you, Susan. Susan says, Denyse is easy to learn from and wonderful to paint with. Crown Apartments, y'all are making such a positive difference by sponsoring free paint nights with Denyse Liquid Carbonell and her Artist at Heart paint party. What a wonderful way to let people know they are appreciated. That's so sweet, Susan. And I love the colors. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Yes, Crown Apartments, we appreciate you. Susan, we appreciate you too. Susan's actually been watching from the very beginning, and she loves to share free events with everybody out there. So it's really nice to offer these to everybody. It's a creative outlet, right? And if you don't know the story, you guys, so my very first live was March 16th of 2020. Susan says she usually draws a light sketch on her canvas or paper before she paints it, and it builds her confidence. And a lot of people feel that way. A lot of people like to pre-draw just so that they have an idea of what to do. But again, when I'm out in public and I'm doing these paint nights, which I just started back up doing, we don't pre-draw. I don't bring pencils. I'm like, no, we're going to paint our canvas. We're going to have fun. So it does make some people a little bit uncomfortable, but that's okay. It's good to try a new way. But I get it. It's okay. Because right now you can't even see my lines, but I'm going to redo it. So don't worry about it because I'm going to redo it. I don't want you to get nervous about not seeing it. So I want you guys just to really like your sky. So get it to where you like it. And then leave it alone. Again, just the most important thing is to break up any real stripy areas. All right, so now I'm going to go down into the water. And what's really important about the water is that it's the reflection. So the water's going to reflect the colors, right? Now, you're going to rinse off your brush, and we're going to start just like we did in the beginning. Rinse off your colors. I don't want you to go from the blue and purple on your brush into the yellow, because then you're going to end up with green water. Your yellow's looking muddy. Okay, so that's exactly, you don't want to mix all of your colors. So if you overpaint it, you're going to get a muddy color. So a muddy color is like a neutral color, like a brown. So if your yellow is starting to look brown, I'm going to tell you a couple things you can do. Okay, you can take a paper towel. Okay, if it's getting muddy, I'm going to guess your paint is pretty thick. You can take a dry paper towel, and I'll just show you here where it's still wet. You can wipe it off, okay? That's why I said don't overpaint it. So you can wipe off some of your paint, especially that yellow muddy. Or, and this is really hard for people to do, leave it alone and let it dry. Once it's dry, you can add more yellow over it, okay? So the best part about acrylic paint is you can layer it. You can cover up mistakes, but you have to let it dry. And people sometimes are not patient, and they keep going over and over and over and over it, and it just makes it worse. So one night, I just want you guys to, if you're getting muddy colors, stop. Leave it alone, let it dry, let's go to the water, okay? One night, this woman, she would not listen to me, and she kept going over and over, and I said, and she was a nurse. And I said, you just have to be patient and take your time and let it dry. Well, how long is that going to take? I said, I don't know, but just leave it alone. Let's go to another area. And she actually painted a hole in her canvas. She kept going over and over and over. It wore it out. I mean, literally through, a hole. So you have to start over. If you get a hole in your canvas, you got to start over or put some duct tape on the back. Okay. It's only happened once in all these years. And it was in an in-person party. So the point of that story is leave it alone. Let it dry. Okay. If I want to go back later and brighten it up, I can do that. I just have to let it dry. How do you know if it's dry? That's another question. Look, do you see how glossy it is? See that? That's where it's still wet. Do you see where it's not as glossy where I first started? It's dry. So where it's real shiny, it's wet, and where it's not shiny anymore, it's dry. So just look at it from the side. You can tell, but we're going to jump to the water anyway. All right. So we're going to jump to the water, and you're going to leave that sky alone. Don't overdo it. Listen to the teacher. Okay. Now we're going to start. Just wash off your brush, dry it off. Acrylic paint, you don't want to make watery, okay? You want watercolor paint to be watery, but acrylic paint, you don't want it to be watery. You want it to be thick and opaque, okay? And we want to be able to layer it. So don't water it down. So I'm going to start with some white and some yellow again, because I'm going to just do some horizontal wispy lines, a little bit, not a lot. I'm going to do it below my sun over here. And I'm going to work my way down. Again, a little bit of horizontal. It doesn't matter if you go into the land. And then, again, you can mix the red and the yellow together, or the magenta and the yellow together to get a little bit of an orangey peach color. And you could just put some wispy horizontal lines here. You can use the little brush, you can use the flat brush or the round brush, whatever you have. So I'm just doing like some horizontal brush strokes. So I've used the yellow and the magenta, and where they've mixed together on my canvas, it looks a little bit peachy or orange. And I haven't washed off my brush yet. I could add a little bit more pink to it, or magenta or red. Same thing on this side. Now I'm going fast, so don't worry if you can't keep up with me. I'll slow down. I just want to give you an idea of what you're going to be doing. And again, it's okay if I get it in the land because I'm going to cover it with black. I know if you want to go back to that muddy yellow color, leave it alone. I said, leave it alone. And then you're like, how'd she know? No, leave it alone, because I know you got to go to a dry area. I want you not to go back to that area yet. We're working on the water right now. Okay, now remember, I want you to wash off your brush. So the yellow and the magenta and that peachy orange, I don't want you to go to purple with those colors on your brush because you're going to get brown, okay? I don't want brown in my tropical water, okay? I want to make my water tropical. So wash it off, dry it off. You can add, again, a little bit of purple, a little bit of blue. You can even do blue-green, okay? If you have, you can make green with yellow and blue, mix it up and make some green. So you can have like a tropical green Caribbean Sea, or again, if we're in Hawaii. So if you want to do a turquoise, a real pretty turquoise is just blue with some green. And again, you get green with blue and yellow, and you can make some turquoise. But right now I'm going to do purple. And again, I'm just going to kind of add some wispy horizontal brush strokes in here. I can, and I can add them over here too. So you could put that little purple wherever you want. I'm just doing these wispy horizontal little broken lines. And then, so now that I have purple on my brush, I can go right to the blue. I don't have to wash it off. I can go right to the blue. I can, again, that blue to me is too dark. So I'm going to add a little bit of white to it. Soften it up. And I'm going to make a little turquoise. I want to throw a little turquoise in my water. I'm going to make it different than this one. So again, if you want turquoise, you would make a little bit of green. You make green with two primary colors, yellow and blue. You need more yellow, less blue. Whenever you're mixing colors, you guys always need more of the lighter color. So you're going to need more yellow, a touch of blue, mix it up, you'll get green. Okay. And then if you want, add a little white in there. I'm going to throw a few more wispy. Right? You could have blue. It's a reflection. And this is where my tree is. So I'm going to cover it up, but it doesn't have to be great or anything. I'm going to go all the way off to the edge. Now, if you want to go paint, that's where my tree and my land is going to be. But if you feel better painting all the way down to the bottom, that's fine. I'm going to wrap my paint around and do my side. So do you guys see I didn't add white here? You see how flat that looks? So I just mixed up the blue and the yellow. I made like a turquoise, but I want some white in there. So I'm just going to not wash off my brush. I'm just going to scoop up some white paint and make it a little bit lighter. How's that? How's yours coming? Maybe I'll put a little turquoise over here. And again, this is where my land is going to be, so you guys don't have to worry about it. But if you want to paint the whole way down, you can. I'm going over it with black, so it's going to cover it. So do whatever makes you feel better. Maybe you don't want to do black. Maybe you just want the water to go all the way to the bottom and not have any land at all. That's fine. You can even make the palm trees coming out from the side. Or maybe you don't even want palm trees. Maybe it's a sunset without palm trees. Because it's your artwork. Again, I just painted all the way down to make you feel better. Now it's a little flat again. I need some more reflection. See, I did too much of that color. So again, if you need that, wash off your brush. You don't want your color to get muddy. So I can go back in and break up some of that with some purple. So it's I've seen people do it like the brush strokes like waves. So it doesn't have to be just horizontal. It could be, kind of wavy. Maybe I put some pink over here too. I could put a little bit of pink in here. Just use your favorite colors. Don't overpaint it. Don't overthink it. You guys know that people spend years doing paintings, right? Not just 1 hour or 2 hours. They, leave it, come back to it, work on it, days later. So you don't have to be done tonight. And again, my black's going to go up there, so I'm not worried about my line not being really straight or anything. I'm more concerned about, some of the areas just being flat. I'm going to put a little bit more white in there. And I'm going to add a little bit more. See that kind of blob of yellow? I want to add some more white in there too. So I'm just going to add some wispy white underneath that circle. And I just got some blue in there by accident. I'm telling you, see? So I'm just going to cover it up. Now, what am I going to have to do? Well, I might have to let it dry. And then I can always go over it again. So I like to see the lines. I like to see the texture and the brush strokes. How's yours coming? Okay, when you like it, stop. Don't overdo it. And I'm going to, so this is really dry right now. I'm going to paint over my circle with white. So when you're ready, painting your circle. You guys comment, tell me if I'm going too fast and I'll slow down. So this sun is a little bit bigger than that sun. And your sun could be huge. Or you can have a half a circle. It doesn't have to look just like mine. So if your paint is still wet underneath there, because it's so humid, right? You're going to get some of the color from underneath it. And that looks really cool. So it's good if the color seeps through. I think it makes it look really nice. Too fast. All right, Alyssa, I'm going to slow down. I'm going to put the slow motion on now. That's about as technical as I can get. Do you like my slow motion mode? All right, so it's going to take me a while to get this circle. Look at that, doesn't really look like a great circle. But if your sun is still wet behind here, again, it's going to pick up the color of the background, which is okay. But I'm just going to put a coat of white on it and just try to get a better looking circle. And those of you guys that have watched me from the beginning, I have a niece, Rachel, and two nephews, Joe and Richie. And again, they started helping me behind the scenes in the March of 2020. And now, you know, they have their own busy lives now that life is going back to somewhat normal, right? My nephew, Richie, turned 23. He graduated from the University of Dayton. He got a job as a teacher in Kentucky, you guys. And he's getting his master's degree in Kentucky as he's teaching 6th grade. So that all happened. He moved out away this summer. And then, so he's busy not helping me behind the scenes anymore. Rachel, who just turned 19, is not helping me anymore because Rachel graduated from high school and went to the University of West Virginia. So Rachel is also studying to be a teacher in West Virginia, and she's very busy this summer as well. So she can't help me behind the scenes. And then my little nephew, Joe, who's not so little anymore, he just turned 16. He got his driver's license and he has a job and a car. That was a baby. So they've grown up quite a bit in the last year and a half. And there you go. That was my help. That was my help behind the scenes. So when COVID hit and we were all at stay at home, it was thrilled. They were so excited to help me because they had nothing else going on. So every day, starting March 16th, we went live. We called it Lunch and Learn. Every day at lunchtime, we went live. They helped me behind the scenes. And I'm really happy for them so much for helping me with over 100 art videos. And now they're all recorded, but they helped me for so long. And again, I'm just thrilled that everyone's life is going back to somewhat normal, right? So it's if you guys want to go back in and add some color, if your painting is dry, I didn't like that dark splotch there. So I'm just kind of putting a wispy color right there. See that? So remember before I was like, leave it alone, let it dry. So go back to it when you think it's dry, and you can go ahead and fix it up. So like I'm just adding some pink over there, but I'll show you. I know you said your yellow is getting muddy. So you can go back into it if it's dry. And look, I'll just add some yellow right here. Watch. See that? How it covers? Because acrylic is opaque. So it's very covering. You couldn't do that with watercolor paint because watercolor paint's more transparent. But I don't like the way that looks. So I'm going to blend it in. I just did that for the person who said their paint was getting muddy. So when you overpaint something, it can get muddy. Now I'm going to fix that mess that I just made. Now you can take a paper towel. I'm going to try to blot it back off. See that? I'm kind of wiping it off. You just got to be careful. You don't want to bump into the rest of your artwork. Now we're going to go back and blend it back in there. The only reason why I wiped it off is because it would take a while to dry. So if it gets too thick, you guys can carefully take a paper towel and wipe it off. All right. And you guys can ask me questions too. So I know Alyssa said I was going too fast, but if you have any questions for me, I'd be happy to answer them for you guys. I'm a certified art teacher. I was an art teacher in Cleveland for over 20 years. I started my own. I let it dry and I'm painting over it. It looks so much better. You are so welcome, and I'm so happy, Brianna. I want you guys to be happy and like your artwork so you can sell it for $1 million, or you can hang it on your wall, right? I call this fun art, not fine art. And you guys, this is washable. So it'll come off your skin, your nails, your hair, all that stuff. If you get it on fabric, like your clothes, wash it tonight, or your carpet, wash it tonight, because the longer it sits on it, the more it'll set. So did you know that canvas is just fabric, right? So this is muslin fabric. And it's wrapped around a wooden frame. When I was in college, I went to art school. I went to the Cleveland Institute of Art. We used to have to make these, and I did not like making them. So we had to build the frame, buy the canvas, wrap the canvas around the frame, staple gun it, okay, to the frame, and then you had to prime it. So you see the difference? This is the raw muslin, and then where it's white, it has primer called gesso over it. And that actually helps the paint adhere to your canvas. Well, the reason why I'm telling you that is, so it will be waterproof once it's dry. Give it a day. Like if it's pouring rain, you don't want to soak it tonight. But once it's dry, it's going to be waterproof. The same with your clothes or your any fabric, a rug, a carpet, a towel. So wash it out tonight. If you get it on your carpet, wash it out tonight. And then people ask me, well, if it's waterproof, can I put it outside? So I would suggest you spray it with something, especially the back, because it'll get musty or moldy outside because the back's not protected. But I have a lot of people that put it like on their patio, their deck. Now you guys are going to just see such a huge difference when we paint the black. It's just going to make it pop. It's so crazy. So that's why I'd say don't even touch your black paint till the very end. Some people don't listen to me. Imagine that. Imagine people not listening. Do you guys know what that's like? So if I was doing a paint party in person, I would only be passing out the black paint right now. I wouldn't even give it to them until the end. Now, here's what I want you guys to think about. You can change anything. You could add a lighthouse. You could add birds in the sky. You could add, instead of palm trees, you could have a cactus, right? I want you just to think outside the box. It does think outside the Amazon box. Do you guys remember that? I think I have it. Oh my God, we did this the very first show. Hold on. I got it here. Wait, is that it? Oh, yeah, here it is. You guys remember this from the very first show? Think outside the box, right? Think outside the Amazon box. Now I go, what's in the Amazon box today? Okay, right now it has a bunch of stuff that I'm recycling, but think outside the box. It does not have to look like my artwork, okay? You can make it your own, and you don't even have to finish it tonight. So what I tell people is you can go to Google free images and find things that you like, and you can print them out and cut them out and use them as stencils and add them, even if you're afraid of a palm tree, okay? Now, you can go to Google free images, find some palm trees that you like, cut them out and trace them. Right? I'm just trying to give you guys some ideas. And you know what else I forgot before I start my black? Who started it all? Little Bob Ross. Little Bob Ross, right? Little Bob Ross started it all. You can't really see his face when I get too close. So I think he made, look at, do I look like him? He's just a happy little bobblehead, a happy little tree. We're going to make 2 happy big trees. How about that? So that's my little Bob Ross bobblehead. I keep him right here just to keep me smiling. All right. Now, wash out your brushes. I would start with the smallest brush you guys have for the black. Okay. If you guys are ready for the black, yes, good to go. Do you guys find the circle challenging like I do? I do think, especially if you're painting from the side like I am, I'm like, gosh, my circle looks lopsided. Better? Sorry to stick my head right in the camera. I'm just trying to get it a little bit. All right, let's go to the black. You ready for black? Small brush. Use the smallest brush that you have. Let's go back to our, let me real quick before I do that, I just want to straighten out my line. Is that okay? Your black island can go all the way across, but I don't want mine to, so I just want to straighten this out a little bit. All right. Maybe put a little bit more white in here for the reflection. Okay, now I'm going to go to my black. So over here is going to be the little island, right? It could be wavy. You could have a volcano. Ooh. And I'm just going to overlap it. And all that's going to be black. And you can, again, you can, so see, this one's a totally different shape than over here. All right. But just start out small because it'll probably get bigger. Now I'm going to draw my land line. And again, you don't have to have yours go all the way across the bottom, but I'm just going to sketch out with my black paint because I can't see my lines anymore. So don't worry if you can't see your lines. I'm just going to re-sketch it out. I have an idea of where it was. My land line. I'm going to go all the way across, and I'm going to get a little bit higher up on this right-hand side here. And I'm going to go right off the edge of the canvas there. I've seen people paint this. Oh, thank you, Laura. That's so sweet. She said what you're doing is fantastic. It's so creative and engaging. Love it. Thank you so much, Laura. I appreciate that. Now this part here, you guys, you can make brown. If you take some of your black and some of your orange and put a little white in it, you're going to get brown, like a brownish color. You can make that sand. Again, you can paint your trees brown if you want to. I'm going to do mine black again because it's going to make it really dramatic, but it's really, really fun to mix colors. It's one of my favorite things to do. So again, you could take some brown, you could take some black, add some white to it, add some orange to it, maybe a little bit of yellow, and you'll get like a good sand color. But I'm just going to paint over this. Even if it's wet, you guys can paint over it with black. Because the black makes it really dramatic. So if you missed the beginning, especially because we were not broadcasting on Amazon, I like to put on Amazon all the stuff that I use. So if you guys are curious about specific products, you're going to find acrylic paint on Amazon. You're going to find watercolor paint on Amazon, paint brushes on Amazon. You guys, again, you can go to the local store too, but I buy stuff on Amazon. And if you're still watching all my people that came into beach class with me last night, one of my favorite summertime projects, and it usually sells out, but I also have a video on Amazon of the beach glass, and all of the products and glue and frames and mat board that we used is also tagged to it. That's why I like it. It's so fun. So if you just want to get it, you could order it right on Amazon. And I promise you it's the same price or less than in the stores. And a lot of the stuff I can't find in the stores. So there is an Elmer's glue that's glass glue. Again, it's connected to my beach glass project, but I love it and I cannot buy it in the stores here. So it dries clear, it holds the glass. Okay, different project, different day. But anyways, I'm just letting you guys know there's so many different things that we could do, but I love doing collages. So how's your land coming? Everybody's land looking good? Did we decide where we are? Are we in Jamaica? Costa Rica? Hawaii? Who wants to decide? Do we have any more people from out of town or from another crown here? I love to give you guys all shout outs. And you guys, I'm going to do the trees and I'm going to give you a link in a few minutes. It's going to say StreamYard. So StreamYard is the program that I use to broadcast live to different places. So I could broadcast to LinkedIn if I wanted to, or anywhere. I could broadcast anywhere, but I like to do, again, Amazon, YouTube, and Facebook. So right now we're streaming to 3 different places and I'm using StreamYard, but it also allows me to bring people on the camera if they want to come on and share. So if you guys want to come on and share, which I would absolutely love, you click on the StreamYard link and it brings you, you don't come right up on the camera. You'll come into a, you have to put the StreamYard in the comments, that link in the comments, but you can see it here. So that you'll have the link in the comments. You click it. Now I have a waiting room. It's called the green room below. And you'll be in the waiting room and then we'll bring you up to share your artwork. Again, you don't have to, but it's really, really fun. And so you guys can do that in a couple of minutes. Finish your painting first. Say where you're from, right? Just say hi, hold up your artwork, share. You can even come on if you're not creating with us, just to say hi. So that'll be in a couple of minutes. And if you want to give your name on there, you can, but you don't have to. All right, so now I'm going to do my trees. So, and you guys, my lines, so the StreamYard link has to go under the comments, okay? We don't want to, they can't click the screen. So that's what it looks like, but the StreamYard link should be in the comments. Okay, that should not be on the screen. That should be, So you guys look for, he's going to repost it. Look for the StreamYard link. I'm going to do the tree now. Okay, so I'm going to start here in my land, and I can't even see my lines anymore. I can see a little bit over here. I'm going to go up, go real gentle. Press as light as you can, because the harder you press, the wider your bristle's going to go. So go gentle, be as gentle as you can. Hi, Lacey. Lacey's from Crown at Overton in Vestavia Hills, Alabama. Welcome. I'm so excited to have you here. So I'm just using some vertical lines. Working my way up. And I'm going to do it like I started with the pencil line. Watch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And before I fill them in, I'll just get my other palm tree in there. So start at the land. Work your way up. Now it definitely should be wider at the base than up higher, because the bottom of the tree is going to be wider than the top. So if it ends up looking wider at the top, you're going to have to go back and widen up the bottom. So again, I'm just working my way up. Like that. Let me sketch out my little, I'm going to put 1 here, 1 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do as many as you want. You don't have to have 6. You can have as many as you want. Now I want to show you guys something you could do, but you don't have to. If you want to make the StreamYard, the StreamYard link should be posted in the comments, reposted in the comments. Okay, and that's clickable. So whenever you guys are ready to come on, if you want to make your palm tree, the trunk of it look a little different, you guys watch this. I could do this. I could make it look a little bit like that. I'm just giving you an idea. Oh, you can't really see it. Let me keep going up so you can see it better. Like I could give it a little, do you see that? See that? You can make it like a little bumpy, or you can make it straight. I'm just giving you ideas of different ways you can do it. Oh, and you can add coconuts. I forgot the coconuts. That's just, again, to give it a little bit. See that? But if you do it to one, you should do it to the other. So let me do it to this side too. A little bump. All right, now if you want to add coconuts, you could put little circles under here. Little circle silhouette. But you don't have to. Little coconut silhouettes. We can highlight them with white. We could do that later. Again, I'm just giving you guys ideas. You could put a silhouette of a cat or a dog or a person sitting on a hill right here. What could you put there? You could put a flag, a little house, a little tiki hut. So just think of different things that you can add there. All right, let me work on my palm tree. So here I'm going to do, watch this, kind of like feather it out. Feather it out, line, 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 line. And I could do it on this side too. Don't press too hard. Be real gentle. I'm just putting these like little wispy black lines right here. And I'll do it on this side too. And it's okay if your palms overlap each other. Wispy, wispy, wispy. Wispy, 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 wispy. Maybe put a little coconut over here. Do you like the coconuts or you like it without the coconuts? Again, start out slow and small. You can always thicken it up. And whenever you're ready, you guys, if you want to come on, click the StreamYard link. So do you see this one? To me, it looks a little funny because see how it's a little bit thinner? So I got to thicken it up and it'll just see how much better it looks thicker. So if your tree looks like a cactus, it's because it's all the same width, right? Or if it's thinner at the bottom and gets thicker at the top, it has to be thicker at the bottom. So the only way to fix that is to thicken up the base. So just thicken it up. I feel like I need a coconut right here. You guys, I paint every single day, and the more you do it, the better you're going to get at it. And I have so many paintings, so I like to give them away when I do in-person paint parties or we have raffles. I donate them for fundraisers, and I've been giving them also to the Amazon drivers. So I leave them usually outside on the front porch with a note that says that they can have it. So you guys, I'm going to go real quick and get the link to the StreamYard. I don't know what's going on there, but I'm not sure what he's posting. But hold on one second. Am I allowed to fire help that doesn't get paid? Ignore those links, you guys. Okay, whatever that link is, ignore that. So the link that says StreamYard, that's the link you can click to come on the camera, okay? If you guys want to come on and share, you click that link. It'll bring you behind the scenes so you won't come right on. And then I'll bring you up on the camera with me and we'll share the screen together so you can share your artwork. But you don't have to. But it is fun. Okay. All right. How's your paintings coming? Chat with me and let me know so I know where you guys are at. I'm going to show you guys one that I've been doing a lot this summer, okay? So I did it this week in person. I did it with my members in my group. Hold on one second. So this is just another summer fun. Good. Rochelle says much better. Yay. Okay, that's awesome. So here's a really popular painting that I've been doing a lot this summer. It's much more challenging than the one we just did, but I do want to show you. So, okay, look at that. No shirt, no shoes, no problem. Relax, right? So this one I've been doing a lot again, and you can put anything that you want to on the sign, but that's just a different way that you can do a palm tree. And Kelly's here, yay! All right, bring Kelly on. I don't know. Let's see if my help remembers how to do this. Okay. If not, hi, Kelly.
Hi.
Thanks for coming on.
Well, we're having a lot of fun and we're not great, but you know.
I'm so happy. And you know what? I'm so proud of you for doing this and for coming on the camera. So what? Oh my gosh, that looks amazing.
This is my husband, Kenny. Let's see.
Hi, Kenny. That looks great.
And then here is
Wow.
mine. My waters needs a little work.
Both of you, I'll make a suggestion. So both of you guys have your water ending like very, I'll do it on mine, but your water is very, almost like a straight line here, right? So your yellow kind of stops and then your blue starts. So,
Yeah. Our purple paint hasn't been the best, but we might have to play with the pink and the blue and try to.
Here's what I want. I'll just give you an example. Take a little bit of your purple. Look at my purple hand. Take a little bit of your purple.
Okay.
Put some white in it. Okay. And add a little bit of pink to it. I saw your pink on the plate.
Yeah.
Mix a little bit. I got black in mine. Hold on. Because but you have to experiment. So take some pink and some purple and some white, and you're gonna get a really cool color. Okay. And I'll do it too. So because it's fun. But don't be afraid of that purple. And
it's a work in progress.
Yeah, that's cool. But here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to break up this yellow right here. It could be with pink, it could be with blue. You see how I'm just wisping? You guys have a pretty straight line there. That's where I want you to put some wispy lines in there to break that up.
We got to blend.
Yes. That's all you have to do is blend up that so it's not so, it shouldn't be so geometric.
Right.
Okay. Thanks you guys for creating.
Thank you for the lesson.
Absolutely. Okay, and you guys for creating.
Thank you for the lesson.
Absolutely. So you guys just saw that. You guys for creating.
Thank you for
Okay. So Tina says she missed the highlights on the trees. I haven't done them yet. The only highlights you're seeing is the light reflecting on my wet black. I have not done any highlights yet. The highlights on the trees. I haven't done them yet. The only highlights you're seeing is the light reflecting on my wet black. I have not done any highlights yet. The highlights on the trees. I haven't done them yet. The only highlights you're seeing is the light reflecting on my wet black. I have not done any highlights yet. The highlights on the trees. I haven't done. So here's what I'm going to ask you guys. You guys, can you lower the volume on your computer? And if you didn't understand what was just going on, if you have your, not the Facebook volume, but your computer volume, turn it down. And for safety reasons, we're on a slight delay. So if you come on and your computer's on with the full sound, you're going to hear like 10 seconds ago. So that was just what was going on. So when I bring her up on the screen, you're hearing 10 seconds ago. And then it's just on a slight delay for safety reasons. Now, you guys, I don't have highlights on there yet. All you're seeing is the light reflecting on the black. So I'll add, but look at, do you see how the middle of my palm tree, the black is too thin? So I'm going to thicken that up. I like the other thing I really like to see when you come on camera is where you're at. So I know that I need to slow down a little bit, but I'm going to break this up a little bit more just to give them ideas. And if your purple is looking too dark, which I'm going to guess because I have the same issue sometimes with purple, you're going to get such a beautiful color. You just scoop up some purple, some pink, and some white, and it'll come out really pretty. But keep breaking that up so you don't have a solid, shape. Break it up. Break it up. Wispy, wispy, wispy. Right? All right, now I'm going to come over here. This part right here, you see how thin that is? I'm going to thicken it up so it doesn't look funny. And it's a natural, it's thing, so it's not going to be perfect. Fix this right here. Maybe I make this leaf a little longer. I can make this one bigger too. I like to start small. It's so funny because the light does make that look like a reflection, but it's really solid black. Isn't that funny? It's just the light because it's wet. You remember I was saying if you look at it from the side, you can see where it's shiny. That's because it's wet. Oh, I was showing you guys the other one. So again, if you want to go back into it and add color to it, go ahead. You can add a tiki hut or a sign that has different things on it. So this one says margaritas, jet ski rentals, surf, relax. This one says Captiva, Sanibel, Key West, and Cleveland. I thought that was funny. So that's just a whole different painting, and it's a little bit more challenging than what we just did. Let's see what else I can show you guys. So you guys, again, you're customizing it. The black, the palm trees. I have a little bump in my palm tree. I can make it. I could go back and do I could go back and make this one. Remember those like lumps that I did before? That way I don't, do you see that? So I can kind of make it like that. I could even do it so it does that on both sides. Just a different look. I'm just doing this to give you different ideas to show you different looks. So it can be straight or it can be kind of bumpy. Which one do you like better? Do you like it bumpy or do you like it straight? There, now you can see it better. You like it bumpy or straight? Part of my background's coming through right here, so I could just put a little bit more black on it. Okay, so once you get it to where you like it, right? If you want to add some white highlights, wait for your black to dry. So you got to be patient. And again, just take the smallest brush you have. You can take some white paint, okay? And you can add like a little white highlight to your coconut. Can you see that? I'll do it on this one because it's probably dry. So I could put a little line on my coconut for a little highlight. Okay, you can do a highlight down your tree. So these are almost like the letter C or like the letter L. And you don't have to do it, but just be patient, let it dry. So do you like it highlighted? And I could put some lines in my tree. But you don't have to highlight it. Unless you want to. But if you don't wait for it to dry, you're going to end up with Alyssa, you can't get in. So that's Facebook, right? You can't get into Facebook. I have to tell you, you know what? We had the same problem. We had to change our password. We changed it right before we came on because I couldn't remember it either. So we changed our password so we could have Facebook open. I don't know. Am I the only? Well, me and Alyssa, right? We're the only ones with password problems. Passwords are challenging, right? Oh, someone's here. Brianna's here. Hey, Brianna.
Hi.
Hi. I need coffee too. I like your shirt.
Thank you.
So, do you want to show us what you made? Where are you from?
I'm from Louisville, Kentucky.
Well, hi. Thanks for joining us. It looks great. I love that so much. Wow, you did an awesome job.
Thanks.
Where's that going to be? Where's your scene taking place?
Probably like Hawaii or Cancun, something.
Yeah, I love it. That looks great. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for
I appreciate it.
sharing. What was the last thing you said?
I said I appreciate it. You're fantastic.
Oh, sure thing. Thank you. Thank Crown Apartments.
Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome. Bye, Brianna.
Bye.
Ooh, we have somebody else, I think. They have to put their, so this is Gayatri. Gayatri, if you're watching, the link you clicked is to bring you on the camera. So we'll take you back off. If you want to come on, you have to turn your camera on. Okay, so if you want to come back on, you got to turn your camera on. And give us, so you have to give us permission for your, there you are. Hi. Well, say your name for me. Oh, okay, now you turned your Facebook volume down. Put your volume back on. I can't hear you. So there's a computer volume and a Facebook volume. Try to turn one of your volumes back on. Oh, no, we still can't hear you. But your painting is amazing. And a Facebook volume. So turn one of your volumes back on. Here, right? See if you can turn down your Facebook.
Yeah, now?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, tell us about, well, where are you at? Where are you located?
I'm in North Carolina from Crown at Cary Park.
Awesome. That's awesome. And that looks so great. So where's your scene taking place?
Bahamas.
I like it. Bahamas.
Yeah.
You did a great job. Have you painted before?
Once. I think last year there was a paint night sponsored by Crown Park. So we did that night. And after a year, I'm doing it today.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for joining us. You're doing a great job.
Okay. I thought I'm a bad artist though.
Yeah, no, it looks great.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
Bahamas. You're welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Oh, that was awesome, huh? You guys are doing great. And again, you don't have to highlight it. So to me, when I highlight it, it looks more cartoony. I don't know how you guys think, but I'm going to paint back. So look, you can try it. And what's the worst that can happen? If you don't like it, you can paint back over it. Now, my white is still pretty wet over here, so I'm going to end up with a gray coconut. But again, wait for it to dry, and then you can just go over it with black. Right now it's gray, but I do like it better not highlighted. Don't you think? Doesn't it look kind of cartoony with the highlights? I don't know. That's just my thought. So here, like I was showing you guys before, I have that same like square blue look. So I want to go back over that. I want to fix that before we end our art class tonight. So what could I do? I want to break that up. Maybe some white, some pink. I don't know. What do I have left? Break it up, break it up, break it up. And again, I could go back into it with some purple. Don't be afraid to break up any, and it does help to take a little break. You could take a little break and walk away from it. Maybe like, I need a little bit more pink, or I like it just the way it is. Maybe I put a few little highlights over here. Just be careful of the black if you already started painting with the black. Right? Where's that? I have a little bit more of that. I think mine looks like Hawaii. I think I will be on Oahu, right? I have the lei on, like Lilo and Stitch. Do you guys know Lilo and Stitch? You know, I did a paint party the other day and they did not know who Lilo and Stitch were. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, oh, okay. That made me feel a little old. So you guys, what I like to use, I'm going to tell you a couple other things I like to use. So I like those little plastic solo cups. You can always use these because they come with a lid to keep your paint in. So rather than wasting your paint, you can always keep them in this. You can also cover your plate with aluminum foil or saran wrap, and that'll keep your paint fresh for a few days. We have Becca here. I can't wait to see what Becca's doing. Hi, Becca.
Hey, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. Yeah, so
That looks great. You guys are doing such an awesome job.
thank you.
Where's your painting taking place? Where do you want to be?
Probably Mexico. I've never been there.
Perfect. Cancun. You want to say Cancun?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Beach in Cancun. That's what it looks like to me. I like it. That looks awesome.
Thank you.
Well, thanks for creating with us.
Thanks for doing
Where are
this.
you? You're welcome. Where are you at?
I'm in Bluffton, South Carolina.
Awesome. How hot is it there?
It was like 90 something today, but the humidity was really bad.
Yeah. 90 something. Well, I think we were at 88 today. So wow. Well, stay cool and safe. And thanks for creating with us.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You guys can see how messy I am. Okay. I am a messy artist. If I didn't tell you that before, I am messy, but it's all washable. It'll come off. I'm probably messier than any of you guys. So now you notice that I did these palm leaves bigger because I was trying to make it kind of match to me, that looks like a Tootsie Roll. Doesn't it kind of look like a Tootsie Roll? But it's okay. So do it again, or change it. Make it your own. Oh, I was talking about the solo cup. So solo cups are a great way to keep your paint. So if you want to get solo cups, they're just like little, you can get them at Dollar Tree, Amazon. You can get them at Amazon. But this is a great way to keep your paint fresh. I was an art teacher for 20 years. We always used egg cartons, you guys. So if you have egg cartons and you're going to paint, but let's say you're going to paint for like a week, work on your painting, you can just fill this up. And I wouldn't do them next to each other. I would do like white here, black over here, purple in the middle. So keep a little space in case it seeps out. And you can also use the extra space for mixing colors. And then that way you can also close it and it'll stay good for a few days, right? It won't dry out. So this is a great way to reuse this plastic and to keep your paint fresh. Or again, if you guys get tired tonight and you're not done and you have a plate full of paint, cover it with aluminum foil or saran wrap and it'll stay good for a few days. So those are my paint tips for you. Do you guys have any questions for me before we wrap up, before Bob says goodbye? What do you guys think? Anybody else want to share? You want to share with Bob? Is Bob intimidating you? Now, if you guys feel like your son, I like it white like that, but if you feel like your son is just a little bit too white, you can always add a little bit of yellow in there. Up to you. There's so many different things you can do to this, right? And again, maybe you stop for tonight and come back to it tomorrow and see what else you can do to it. Erica, thank you so much. Erica Bennett Smith, thank you for a fun paint night. Crown Apartments, thank you once again for hosting another lovely event. Thank you, everyone who joined us tonight and created with us live. And you can watch it recorded, you guys. And it's going to be up there forever. So you can watch the recording on Facebook, on Amazon, and on YouTube at any time. Okay. And again, I greatly appreciate Crown Apartments for sponsoring these events and for, how's yours? Let me see. I can't see unless you click the StreamYard link. I can't see your artwork unless you click the StreamYard link and come on camera, okay? But I'm going to tell you what. Oh my gosh, yours is amazing. I can see it from here. Oh, I can see Lindsay. Lindsay. Hi, Lindsay.
Hi. Hold on.
Let's see your artwork.
So there's my husband's. Oop.
Nice. Yeah.
And then hold on. There's mine. I'm really behind.
No, that's okay. It looks awesome. You guys are doing great. So wait, let me see your husband again. So the only thing I think maybe the palm tree, the one that's lower, it's okay if it overlaps the sun. Okay. So right now it's going to end up being like this. So I would just bring it up just a little bit more. And then part of it's going to overlap the sun. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, you guys.
All right.
Where are you at? Where are you at?
We're in Ashtabula, Ohio.
Oh, you guys are close.
Jefferson.
Yeah.
Jefferson, got it. Well, thanks for creating with us.
It was pouring the same time here. It was pouring there. So
Yeah, you must not be too far from me. Hi.
say hi.
How old are you?
5.
5. Good for you.
Yeah.
Happy summer.
Say thank you. You too.
Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Oh, that's awesome. So now again, up to you guys what was I showing you? Oh, the yellow on the sun. And again, if your palm tree overlaps over the sun, that's great because it'll just give, again, another perspective of depth. It'll make it look like the sun is behind the palm tree, right? So you can change it any way that you want to. You can have more palm trees. You can add other things on here. All you have to do is Google free images. Let's say you want to do the silhouette of a dog. Print it out, cut it out, and trace it on there, right? Or if you want to do a sign for the Bahamas, you can always look on Google Images for ideas, all right? So you guys, thank you so much, Crown Apartments, for this lovely event. And thank you, Erica Bennett-Smith, for planning this once again. And everybody else, thank you so much for creating with me. Keep creating, think outside the box. And I would love to see your pictures. You guys can post pictures on Facebook. You can check in at Artists at Heart Paint Party. You can message me pictures. You can email me pictures. How else can you get me pictures? You can text me pictures. However, I just love to see what you guys create, okay? So keep creating. Have a safe, wonderful, happy, fun summer, and I'll see you guys again soon. I'm Denyse with Artists at Heart Paint Party. Thank you, Crown Apartments. Bye, you guys.